Hello everybody and welcome back to World of Warships Legends. My name is Spartan Elite 43 and tonight, I don't know how well this video is going to do, but it's a video that I've been thinking about for a while. So a while back I watched Chili Games go through and do his statistics for his World of Warships Legends. And that's the way I learned about this. All right? And I kind of want to walk you guys through it in case there are other people like me out there that are interested in your own statistics, and you can go through and check everything out. Maybe you'll find something interesting. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. This is going to be kind of a different video than you're used to, so there's no gameplay or anything like that. So if you're just here for the gameplay, I apologize, but this is going to be a different video. Anyway, so you go to worldofwarshipslegends.com, which is WOWSlegends.com. Alright, then you click your account settings, log in, and then you want to come down to data protection. Now, initially you want to take and come over here to data export, and you can request that they export your data. Now, this isn't a immediate thing, okay? There's a lot of data that involves your account. You don't understand just how much data Wargaming has on you, and this goes for anything that you have an account for, but just in particular, this is what you're looking for. So once you request it, it takes about a week, maybe 2 weeks, and then you come back here to account settings, data protection, and it'll give you a link to download, and you'll download a zip file with all of your statistics. Okay, so keep that in mind. Now, once you do that, you come over and you extract the zip file, right? You extract your zip file, and then you go in and you will find all of this stuff, right? It's got literally everything you've ever done with Wargaming. Okay? So keep that in mind. Well, at least for World of Warships Legends. So keep that in mind. What we're interested in this entire thing is this one right here, player statistics. We go here, there's multiple files for different types of statistics, but the one that we're interested in is ship statistics by type. So we go here and open this bad boy up. Oh my god, how are we supposed to decipher this? Well, it's funny you ask. If we go back here and go up, we can go to the English or Russian README. So if we go to the README, what does it say? Well, it gives you a nice little tidbit on how to decipher our little thing. And upon doing this, if you're in Microsoft Excel, which hopefully you are, but if you are, then you can come in here, select the first column just by clicking A, okay? Go over to the data, and then go over to text to columns, okay? Once you're in text to columns, you use delimited, next, deselect tab, and select semicolon. Text qualifier is the quotation mark. Next. And then make sure this is on general, which I believe it is by default, and click finish. Alright, now we're getting somewhere. Now everything is getting cleaned up. Now personally, I'm going to go ahead and select all here, using this little thing here. It selects everything in the thing. And we're going to go to insert, table, click OK because you have everything selected. And then we're going to make everything the blue. All right, so that gives us kind of a much easier on the eyes look at our, statistics. Now, the other thing you're going to notice right away is that there's a lot of different things here. What are we going to do about this? Well, first of all, before we do anything, let's go through and take only the columns that we care about. So we're going to take and get rid of original XP because we don't care about that. We got battle count, wins. We don't really care about wins and survived. We have the losses, we have the frags, we have planes killed, get rid of capture points because nobody cares, dropped capture points, nobody cares, frags by main, we don't care, frags by anything but mains, which is secondaries, frags by torps, no one cares, frags by ram, no one cares, frags by planes, no one cares unless you're talking about aircraft carriers, I guess, but shots by main is something. Shots by secondaries, no one cares. Shots by torpedoes could be potentially. Hits by main, hits by secondaries, no one cares. Hits by torpedoes. Max XP, okay. That is a thing. Max frags could be something that we look at, but we're not going to in this instance. We're going to get rid of that. Max planes killed, I don't really care. Max damage dealt, that's a fun one. If we keep going over, I know there's a lot of stuff, but again, I just want to kind of show you guys a walkthrough on how to find the things that you're looking for and then sort the table out. And there's a reason I'm doing it in this order, because so far I end up I've crashed Excel a couple times. There's a lot of information here, but anyway, so max frags by main we're gonna delete. Max frags by anything but, which is secondaries. Torpedoes, we don't care. Rams, we don't care. Planes, we don't care. Premium XP, we don't care. Max premium XP, we don't care. Battles count, second thing, we don't care. Control points, we don't care. Control points, we don't care. Team control, we don't care. Like I said, there's a lot of different statistics here. Scouting damage is something we're going to keep, though. Ship spotted, we don't care. Aggro from artillery and torpedoes is a thing. But in this instance, we don't need both of these because we have a max total aggro. This is your potential damage received. Okay, so that's what we're going to pay attention to, is the max. So we're going to get rid of the main guns and torps. So we have max scouting, max ship spotted, we don't care. Suppressions, again, don't care. Damage to buildings, I didn't know was a thing. We'll get rid of that. Battle count, again, we don't care. Suppressions, we don't care. And delete. Alright, so that's the end of the table for the columns. Alright. So now, how do we find the ships that we're looking for, right? That's the next part. We're going to, in particular, be looking at some of my favorite ships that I enjoy playing. And the way we're going to do this is we are going to sort the ships right here. We can do that by clicking the drop-down menu and deselecting the ones that we don't want. Okay? We also have a type here, and the type reflects on what kind of battles that you were in, whether it be standard, standard in a 2-man division, standard in a 3-man division, AI battles, that sort of thing. Okay? What we are more interested in personally in this video is going to be our stats by ourselves. So we're going to deselect everything. You can see there's a whole lot of different ones here. And thank you to, shout out to Mark as well, Mark at White. I appreciate him, man. I asked in the CC chat what all this meant as far as these numbers. I knew there was a reason for them, but there's no key in particular for deciphering this. Or at least I didn't find one for this particular stat. So thank you, Mark, for pointing this one out. We are going to be using number 3, which is supposed to mean standard battles solo statistics. Okay, so that's what we're going to go with. Now, this is going to take some time, so I apologize. But while we've got a minute, how you guys doing? You know, I don't get to talk to you guys very often, you know, in particular. I try to go through, read all the comments, and comment as much as I can, but I'm just one man at the end of the day. So I don't get to do as much as I used to, especially considering I'm focusing on trying to get more content out to you guys. Now, Peak and I have joined up with Dirty Mike, Hive, Warpig, Rogue, who else? Potentially Hustle, potentially Aaron in the near future, and we are all playing Ark Survival Evolved. Okay, I have a lot of content that I downloaded for Ark, or I saved for Ark, recorded for Ark, but I'm not 100% sure that it's YouTube friendly. Like, I don't think it would be something that you guys would be interested in watching a lot of. So what I've been thinking of is recording everything and then going through and picking some of the funny moments that happened during the course and making sort of a compilation of funny moments in Ark with everybody. Most of the time it's going to be just me and Peak because we're spending the most time together. We're in a tribe together. Warpig, Dirty Mike, Hive, and rogue are in their own little tribe. We're going to try to get into an alliance together. It's currently PvE, not PvP. So we're not looking to fight one another yet. That may come in the future, as well as doing some of the other DLCs. But first of all, we just want to kind of get in, get everybody refreshed, get all the things going, make sure that we all know what we're doing. That way it's a little more enjoyable. We can do a lot more with the game if we all are on the same page, you know what I'm saying? So at least that's my thought. I don't know exactly what it's going to do, but Dirty Mike is the one that's paying for and set up the ARC dedicated server. And so it'll be interesting to see how everybody does. And I'll tell you what, it's been pretty funny and frustrating at the same time. That's the beauty of ARC. Peak and I have dropped, like, I'm not even exaggerating when I say Peak and I have literally dropped something like 40 hours into the game already. Peak probably has more than that, so it's been nuts. All right, so it finally refreshed here, and this is what I'm saying. I got a beefy PC, so this may struggle with some PCs. So I apologize for those of you who don't. But yeah, I don't think it's the PC that's struggling as much as it is Excel. There's a lot of data here. But we managed to get it to refresh. So this is all of our Type 3 stats, which is supposed to be our solo stats in each of the ships. Now, how do we choose the ships that we want? Well, we go over here to Vehicle Name, we click the drop-down menu, and we can go through and select all the vehicles that we want. And for this particular video, we're going to focus on some of my favorites. So we're going to go with like most of the American battleships. I don't think I actually played the Arkansas, but we got New York, Colorado, Iowa, New Mexico, Arizona, West Virginia, Alabama. Get rid of the Nagato Warhammer. Get rid of St. Louis. Keep Omaha. Keep Atlanta. Get rid of Pensacola, New Orleans, Worcester. We've got Balti. Definitely want to keep that. Get rid of Phoenix. Keep Marblehead. Get rid of Dallas, Helena. Keep Cleveland. Keep, yeah, we can keep Wichita, I guess. Alaska. Get rid of Indianapolis, Flint, Mahan. Not going to be including any of the American destroyers, just because I don't really play them a whole lot. So we're going to get rid of all of these. And it does seem to group all of the ships in terms of their nation. We're going to keep Warspite. Actually, we're going to get rid of Warspite because I honestly don't play the Warspite, but I do play the Queen Elizabeth. So we'll keep Queen Elizabeth in there. Get rid of King George, Monarch, Conqueror, Hood, Vanguard. Keep Nelson. Get rid of Weymouth, Leander, Fiji, Edinburgh, Hawkins, Devonshire, Surrey. There's not a lot of ships that I play a lot of, to be honest. Especially British. Oh, the Lightning's one of them. Get rid of that. Keep the Richelieu. Get rid of Donkey, Gasconia. And what you want to do is just go through here, select the ships that you particularly want to see. And this will filter the list. Get rid of Charles Martel. Keep Tirpitz. Get rid of Kaiser, Koenig, Bayern, Gneisenau. The Grosse Deutschland, I believe, is the Gross Kurfürst. Or at least that's my assumption. Get rid of Scharnhorst and Prinz-Eutel. Misclicking a lot. Just trying to rush through things. Keep Königsberg. Keep Hipper. Don't really play Prince Eugen. Go through. Keep Amagi and Yami. Get rid of Mutsu and Ashitaka. Keep Ki. We'll go over why I want to do these specific things in a moment. But let's keep that. Get rid of these. Potentially keep Azuma. Even though I don't think I've played Azuma much. Let's keep Fubuki. Get rid of Akatsuki and Akizuki. Hatsu, Shiratsu. Kagero and Udachi we're going to keep. Get rid of Yukikaze. Nikolai we're going to keep. Gangit we're going to keep. Peter Veliki we're going to keep. Get rid of Ishmael Sinop. Keep Vladdy. Keep Lenin. Get rid of the rest of everything. Oh, keep Kuchezov. Keep Kaba. I'm going to have to go back through and make sure that I didn't accidentally remove Shima. Just give me 1 second. I did that earlier. Yeah, see? We want Shima in there. Okay, so we have all the ships that we want to take a look at. Now we click OK, and then we're going to wait a while. Because like I said, this takes a while. There's a lot of data here. It'll say not responding, but so far I haven't actually crashed it completely. But it does hang up because it's sorting through all this information. And once it finishes sorting, you'll get a nice little readout of everything. And you'll be able to, because you've already selected the columns you want, you'll be able to go through and look at each individual ship with your stats for the solo or total if you want. If you keep one selected, one is your standard battle all. So whether you're in a division or not, it doesn't matter. It'll just be your standard battles. Okay, 3 is going to be standard solo, so no division mates, and that's why I wanted to kind of pick this one in particular, because it just showcases my stats personally without any help. And so I'm interested in it. I haven't actually seen the results yet, because I've done this several times, but I've always ended up screwing something up and running out of Excel's memory. I have 64 gigabytes of RAM, but Excel is only, well, this Excel, I guess, is only a 32-bit program, so it's only allowed to use a certain amount of memory, and unfortunately it runs out. But nothing I can do about that. Hopefully this works, and when it does, then we can go through and look at our favorite ships and see some of the stats of how many battles I've had in those ships, what's my base XP, what's my damage dealt, what's my my potential damage that I receive, and it'll be fun, I think. Come on. Yeah, this is the one that takes the longest, by the way, because you're literally filtering out everything except for just a handful of ships. By the way, I'm recording this in the morning, so if there's something weird about my voice right now, that's probably why. Haven't quite woken up yet. Hey, there we go. All right. All right, so here's what we're looking at. We've got Azuma at the top. We've got Marblehead, Königsberg, and you can see that we've had 6 battles in the Azuma, 4 wins, 1 loss. So we actually had a tie in the Azuma. Interesting. But we only survived 2 battles in the Azuma. So there's that. We killed 5 ships in 6 battles, which is not particularly good. Which is actually not good, because I usually have like 1.5 to 2 KDR in ships. So, but this is that's why. So 6 battles, 4 wins, 1 loss. And this is solo, by the way. Planes killed, we forgot to get rid of. Nobody cares about that. Oh, it added all the columns back. I just noticed that. That's why all these are back. Anyway, we'll just have to sort through them the old-fashioned way. Let's look at some of the ships that we actually legitimately care about. We've played 12 battles in the Wichita. We've only won 5 of them. Okay? 7 losses. That's rough. It just goes to show you, I'm not very good in fire starters. Just not. Amagi, 138 battles, 76 wins, 62 losses. Not too bad. Survived 49 times. That's not bad. For me, that's not bad. This is the total damage dealt. But we want to look at something like, let's go over. Maximum damage dealt in my Amagi is 187,000 damage. So, not bad. And this is why I want to see this stuff. Like, just being able to see my maximum damage and stuff is huge. You can also see 15,848 shots fired. And that's, I believe, every shell. And we've hit 5,380 of them. That's horrendous. Yeah, that's really bad. Maximum XP earned in my Amagi is 3,142. What's my max aggro, though? Max total aggro in my Amagi, 2.474 million damage. Not bad. Not too shabby. I can't wait to see the Iowas, because you know I'd be out there in the Iowa. I don't know why I just said it like that. Richelieu. Let's take a look at Richelieu. 20 battles in the Richelieu, 12 wins. Not particularly amazing, but better than 50%. I have a 61% overall win rate. So there's that. Just to put that into perspective. 12 wins, 8 losses. And I survived 7 of the battles. 26 kills in 20 battles. That's more like it. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go. $2,168 shots fired and 922 hits. That's a much better hit ratio. Max XP earned in my Richelieu is only 2,744. That's not that great. That's a decent game, but I mean that's a good game, but that's not an amazing game. So I need to take the Richelieu out more often. Max damage dealt in the Richelieu, 186,000 damage. Not bad. Okay. Max total aggro, though. What we got? Only 1.76 million damage. Not too bad, but not amazing. Okay. West Virginia didn't really play it a whole lot. Let's go. Let's see. This is the Peter Veliki. This is the one that I had a ridiculous game in for the Russian little battleships. This one and Imperator Nikolai. Those are the two that I really want to look at. So 5 battles in the Peter Veliki. 5 solo battles in the Peter Veliki. We have 1 win. Okay, that's rough. 9 kills in 5 battles. It's pretty good. Shots by main guns, 350. Hits by main guns, 150. So, not too shabby. Not horrible, but not great either. Max XP is only 1,752. Good God. And the only reason that is the case is because the one game that I should have won and carried in the Peter, like, it's just a ridiculous game. I ended up losing right at the end due to overpins on a freaking cruiser at point blank. That was heartbreaking. Heartbreaking. and the cruiser on my team was run off into the corner of the map. If you haven't seen that video, you definitely want to search Peter Velicki. It was a ridiculous game. It really was. And I believe it was Armita on it, too. So, scouting damage, don't really care. Let's look at the max total aggro. 1.474. That seems a little low, but then again, it is a tier 4. Okay. All right, well, let's go look at some of the other ones. What do we got? Alabama, 162 battles in the Alabama, 98 wins. Now we're starting to get into my wheelhouse. These are my ships that I enjoy. 64 losses, 61 survived games. So a little better, but still not great. I don't tend to survive a lot. And the reason being is I put my ship out there. I do a lot of damage. I get a lot of kills usually. I am focused by a lot of people because of my name. Everybody knows me by now, or most people do. But 162 battles in the Alabama, 227 kills. That's a pretty big gap in battles to kills. So I like that. Not quite a 2-to-1, but still pretty good. Let's see. Shots by main guns, 16,128. And hits by main guns, 6,652. So, again, 30 plus percent, somewhere in there. Maybe a little bit more than 30, maybe 30 to 40% hit rate. Max XP, 3743. You can tell I'm better with these ships. Just a better XP overall. Max damage was 220,116 in the Alabama, which happened relatively recently, if you guys remember. I believe it was Citadel City. Or maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was something even later than that. I think it was. I think there was a video recently that I did that. But look at the spotting damage in my freaking battleship. 2.2 million spotting damage in my battleship. Just goes to show you, I ain't sitting at the back of the map letting everybody spot for me. Max scouting damage in a single match is 92,000. That's a lot of damage for your team in a battleship because you're out front spotting. Max total aggro, 3.1 million. So getting over 3 million potential damage against you. Again, all of the narrative that everybody likes to push about Spartan's always in the back, he's reversing to the edge of the map, is a lie. Don't listen. You guys see most of my games. I've only got 4,400 plus games played, and I have over 1,000 videos on the channel. So you guys see a good chunk of my videos and see how I play. So, you know, that is the thing. You get a lot of people out there that just try to like talk crap. They're just useless punks. All right, so Iowa, the Big Daddy himself. Let's see. We've got 497 games at this point. Now, keep in mind, this was as of April 13th of this year. Okay, that's when I downloaded these stats, so keep that in mind. 497 wins with 497 battles with 294 wins, and 213 survives. Okay, it's not particularly good, but 652 kills. This would be higher if I quit leaving people with just enough to get away. We've killed 200 planes with the Iowa, and that's starting to skyrocket nowadays with the aircraft carriers. Damage dealt. Shots by main, 47,430 shells fired, 18,367 hits. That's a darn good hit rate, I think. I'm just trying to do the math in my head. That's roughly 40%, somewhere in there. Like that's, I think, maybe I'm wrong. 30. It's either I think it's in the 30s. So we'll just call it 35% hit rate. I don't know. It's close enough. Max XP in my Iowa, though, not that great. Only 3,000 base XP in my Iowa is my best. That's a little low for me. I've had a lot of really good games in battleships, and you would think that I would have, especially even in the Iowa. But generally, my best games in the Iowa are almost solely damage, and I'm not getting capture points or anything like that. So there is that. Maximum damage dealt was really recently. 226,000 damage, 226,320. Scouting damage, I've scouted for 5,575,000 damage over the course of the Iowa's life. Max scouting damage in a single match, 92,374, so pretty much identical to the Alabama, meaning I play them very, very similar. Max total aggro, 2.9 million. Again, so this just showcases exactly what I'm talking about. Where even in my Iowa, everybody likes to, Iowa's reversing to the back of the map. No, I'm right at the front. 3 million potential damage, average. Well, the highest. Sorry, not average. But my average potential over the entire life of my channel, or my career in World of Warships, my highest, or my average potential damage is like 1.2 or 1.3 million. Okay? And that's including my destroyers. And if I didn't have my destroyers in there, my potential damage would be much higher. If I just quit playing destroyers, my potential damage would go through the roof. Balti, let's take a look at Balti. 167 games played in Balti, 86 wins. So, not quite 50% win rate, which is surprising to me. 81 losses. I mean, technically we've got more wins than losses here. So, over 50%. I don't know why I said it was... Anyway. But we've only survived 57% or 57 times. So again, I put myself out there. I do a lot of damage in a short amount of time usually. It's kind of the candle that burns brightest burns out the fastest. You know, same sort of deal. 188 kills in the 167 battles. So again, over a 1 KDR. Planes killed, we don't care about. Shots by main, 26,829. And shots hit, 11,418. So getting a much better hit rate out of my Balti than my battleships. That's pretty obvious right off the bat. That's not quite 50%. That's in the 40s though, for sure. Max XP in my Balti, 3186. That comes down to, again, being able to find those destroyers, remove them, capture points, do the things that you need to do to win matches. So you'll see much better games out of these ships. Max damage dealt in my Balti, 136,701. Not bad. Not too shabby. I feel like I've had better games in my Balti than 136,000. I mean, 136,000 damage in a Balti is not bad, especially when you fire mostly armor piercing like I do. Maximum scouting damage in my Balti, not as good as I would have thought. Only 84,000. Only 84,000. Max total aggro. Woo! 3 million potential damage in my freaking Balti. Talk about getting shot at. Good God. That's ridiculous. That really is ridiculous. And I bet that was the match where I stood in front of that Jean Bart and just took it. Or stood in front of that Bismarck and took it. And we just battled it out and I kicked his butt. Let's go. Queen Elizabeth, my other baby. Now you can see I don't play the Queen Elizabeth a lot in standard. But in ranked battles, this is my jam. Especially tier 5 ranked battles. 27 battles, solo. 18 wins. So, pretty good. Pretty good win total in my queen. Only 9 losses. Survived 11 of the times. Again, I love the Queen Elizabeth. It's a fantastic ship. It's tanky. It's got disgusting guns. It's just a good ship. I love the Queen Elizabeth. 33 kills in 27 games is a little bit lower than other battleships, but it is to be expected, I guess. I don't generally have to finish everything off. Somebody usually helps me. 2,314 shots fired, 849 hits. That's, again, over the 30% mark, so somewhere in the 30 to 40% hit range. Maximum XP in my queen is 2,354, which, again, seems a little low, as I've had some doozies in the queen. But, again, it's usually damage-related and not so much getting into caps and stuff like that. Scouting damage, max scouting, is only 41,242. But then again, I'm usually doing most of the damage to people when I shoot them. Max total aggro in my queen is just over 1.5 million. So a little lower than most of my higher tier battleships, but there's less damage being shot at you as well. Alright, so let's look at Tirpitz or Tirpitz, whichever way you want to say it. 47 games played solo, 30 wins, 17 losses. That's a fantastic win rate. Okay, so even if I don't really care to play the German battleships a lot, I do pretty well in the Tirpitz anyway. But I don't survive very often. 47 battles and only 9 survivals. But in 47 battles, I've killed 56 people. I also have 3,440 shots by the main guns and a 1,300 hit rate. So again, right there in that 30 to 40%. Let's go max XP. This is my highest base XP ever earned, which I showed you guys in the thing not too long ago in a video. I yoinked it from a stream. 4,331 base XP in a match. Like, that's fantastic. That is absolutely fantastic. It was a ridiculous game. Maximum damage dealt only 131,000. So not a particularly high damage output in my Tirpitz, but very, very goal-oriented. Scouting damage, max scouting damage in a match is only 66,000, which is really surprising considering in the Tirpitz I'm always at the front. Max total aggro is 2.38 million. So pretty much right there in par with most of my stuff. Let's see. Massachusetts? We don't. It's a newer ship. Let's go Shima. Shima will be a fun one. 34 battles solo in my Shima. I've played a lot more battles in my Shima, but most of the time I'm in a division with Peak or Aaron or something like that, where I'm doing the scouting role for them and stuff like that. So keep that in mind. But solo, 34 battles, 22 wins. That's a pretty good win rate. Only 12 losses solo in my Shima. And I survived 17 times. So I survived literally half of the battles that I play in my Shima. That's a very, very dangerous man. 15 torpedoes being alive in half of the battles that I live in or go to. 53 kills in 34 battles. That's pretty ridiculous. That again shows how deadly the Shima is. Main guns, 952 shots by the mains, 512 hits. So very good hit rate out of the mains. It's almost like if I'm using the mains, I'm very close. And it's hard to miss. Shots by torpedoes. This ought to be interesting. 1,940 torpedoes launched solo, and only 171 hits. So I just throw a lot out there and hope it hits. That's the way I do my torps. But that's basically how the Shima works. Max XP, 3228. And again, this is solo. Max damage dealt is 227,858, which you guys got to see relatively recently. The max scouting damage in a match is 1 million. No, not even. It's only 173,015. But again, that comes down to I'm killing the things that I'm spotting. Like, I just don't generally rely on teammates. Max total aggro is just under 1 million in a destroyer. I know battleship captains who don't average that. Okay? Peak, I'm looking at you. But yeah, let's go look at some of the other ships. What do we got? I'm not going to take too long. See, this is the Kaaba. Don't really care. We haven't played the Kaaba a whole lot. Let's go Cleveland. Let's look at our Cleveland stats solo. 54 battles in the Cleveland, 33 wins. So a very good win rate. 21 survivals, so pretty decent for me, but still not preferable. 88 kills in 54 battles. So again, this thing kills things. Going back to the whole light cruiser being able to finish things off, the Cleveland is a finisher. Let's see. Shots by main, 25,059, but only 9,000 hits. This is attributed to the fact that it's a light cruiser. You're spraying a lot of shells out there, and a lot of times the shells are missing, so you're having to adjust your aim. It's the fire hose effect. You got to draw the hose in. Maximum XP. Very, very good. This is solo. A Cleveland solo game at 3,900 base XP. That's fantastic. Maximum damage dealt in my Cleveland, 168,000, so better than my Balti. But that goes to the fire starting aspect of it. Max scouting damage in the Cleveland, showing that I don't do a whole lot of scouting in the Cleveland. You usually park in behind islands when you can to try to avoid getting shot. Maximum total aggro, though, 1.74 million in a Cleveland. Again, I get shot at, guys, a lot. I don't know if I've told you guys that. Omaha. Now, this shows that I've only played the Omaha 7 battles. I'm calling bullcrap. But this is solo, so there are a lot of division battles. But I've played the Omaha a lot. 7 battles, 6 wins. Showcasing that when I'm in Omaha, it's almost a lock. Okay? But again, I'm not sure that I can trust the Omaha stats here because I've played the Omaha a lot. But then again, I'm probably in the division because I don't play a lot of low tiers. I just don't. Only 1 loss. Survive almost half the battles, not quite half the battles. 15 kills in 7 battles. That's good. That's over a 2 KD, or yeah, 2 kills per battle. That's pretty good. Shots by the mains, 1,132. Hits by mains, 467. So over 30% again. Closing in on the... I guess it's actually closing in on 50%, so it's over 40%. Let's see. Maximum damage dealt in my Omaha, 71,830, with a max aggro of 595,000, and that's in a tier 4 cruiser. That's not bad. It's not amazing, but that's not bad. It's a lot of people shooting at you in a cruiser. Nelson's a fun one. 38 battles solo, 22 wins, so a pretty good win-to-win ratio. Survived 13 of them. Nelson's super heal helps there, but I still die a lot. 40 kills in 38 battles, so just over the 1 to 1. Good lord. Can't speak all of a sudden. 3,500 shots fired, 13 of them hit, so pretty good. About 30%, or high 30s, mid 30s, somewhere in there. Maximum XP in my Nelson, over 4,000. So again, a pretty big game there. Maximum damage dealt, 172,000. Max scouting damage is only 31,000. Max total aggro, 1.95 million. I would have thought that would be higher, to be honest. I honestly would have thought that would be higher because of the Nelson being able to heal. I tend to put it out there. Let's skip. Want to go ahead a little bit. Let's go Lightning. Lightning we've played a lot solo. 154 battles, 98 wins. Only 56 losses. That's not bad. 72 survivals in the Lightning. Lightning is really good. Less than a 1 KDR as far as, or not KDR, less than a 1 kills or deaths per game played, but still. 220 kills, pretty solid. We've got 5,700 shots fired, or no, sorry, 11,000 shots fired by the mains, 5,900 of them hit, so a pretty good hit rate, over 50% hit rate. Torpedo shots fired, 57, 54, and only 590 of them hit. Maximum XP earned is 3229, so pretty solid. Not amazing for a destroyer, but solid. Scouting damage, max scouting damage in a match was 146,000. Again, showcasing that just teammates don't help you a whole lot. Max total aggro, 906,000 again, so I get shot at a lot. Okay, so let's look. Colorado is a good one, just to showcase how much I enjoy the Colorado. 63 battles, 40 wins, only lost 23 matches. Solo. And then 75 kills in those 63, so we're over a 1 kill per game. 5,000 shots fired, 1,700 of them hit. So a little less accuracy than I would like, but you know, still in the 30s, I believe, as far as percent hit. Maximum XP is only 2644, showing that I do mostly damage in this ship. I don't take objectives. Maximum damage dealt is 135,758. Maximum scouting damage is only 34,000. And then the max total aggro on my Colorado, 2.33 million, or 2.34 million because it'll round up. So yeah, that's pretty solid. Udachi's pretty disgusting. Let's go Yami. Let's go Bismarck. Everybody wants to know about me and the Bismarck, right? As much crap as I've given the Bismarck, when I play it solo, 73 battles, 50 wins. But I only survived 23 times. So, definitely a ship that I just tend to get killed in. But I do enough while I'm alive to influence the win. And so let's look at that. So we've got 78 kills in 73 battles, so not particularly good in terms of kills, but over a 1-1. And then we've got shots fired by the mains is 7,006 and 2,556 hits. So yeah, over 30% again. It's over 30%. Maximum XP in my Bismarck, 2,500. Not bad. Not amazing. Scouting damage. Max scouting damage is 89,000. Would have thought that would be higher because of the fact that I'm usually in the front with the Bismarck. Max total aggro, though. There you go. 2.8 million damage. Not bad. Not bad. I wish it showed you your average aggro per match as well. Yami, we got to look at Yami. You know that. 211 battles played, 124 of them wins, so over 50% win rate. We've got 281 kills in 211 battles, so we're doing pretty well in that term. We've got 20,000 shots fired by the main guns, 8,400 of them hit. So we're doing pretty well there. I want to say that's like 40% or close to it. That's like a 40% hit rate in my Yami. Maximum XP in my Yami, 3,126. Maximum scouting damage in my Yami is 115,000. And then the max total aggro in my Yami, 2.7 million. So I've actually had more damage sent at me in my Iowa and my Alabama than I have in my Yami, which is interesting. Okay, let's look. Jean Bart's another one. Let's look at Jean Bart. And then we'll finish with Atlanta. Jean Bart, 80 battles, 47 wins, survived 28 times. So survival's roughly 35%, somewhere in there. 117 kills in 80 battles, though. Jean Bart's a killer. All right, so let's look. Shots by main, 10,200 with a 4,000 hit. So that's in the 40s. That's mid 40s on hit rate from the Jean Bart. Hey, guys, just as a tidbit, we have 10,000 hits. We have 4,100 hit or 10,000 shots, 4,100 hits. Let's just do the quick math on that. That's a 41% hit rate, dummy. That's like the easiest one I could calculate, and that was the one that like tripped me up. Go figure. 3,962 base XP though. That's pretty good. Let's see. Max damage dealt is 243,768. That's fantastic. All right, so scouting. Let's look at max aggro, 2.38 million. So actually don't get shot at as much. So I tend to play the Jean Bart a little more passively, even though that's not. I usually charge forward with it, or at least I feel like I do. Anyway, Atlanta. 23 battles in the Atlanta, 12 wins. So we have a just over 50% win rate in our Atlanta. We've only survived 8 of them though. So we've got less than or right at a 30+% survival in this ship. Shots by main 10,300 and with 3,200 hit rate, so about 30%. Again, 32%, somewhere in there. Maximum damage dealt is 168,728 damage in my Atlanta. It was a ridiculous game too. There was a lot of torpedo hits in that match. I got everybody, and that was a tier 7 match that everybody was throwing themselves at me. Had a Scharnhorst charge me, had like 2 Iowas charge me. It was a mess, but I pulled it out, and I survived that match. Max scouting damage is only 32,000, and the max total aggro in my Atlanta is 1.3 million. So that's a lot of people shooting at you in a light cruiser. All right, and is there something else? Let's look at the gross curve first real quick, and then we'll finish on it. So 45 battles in the Grossa, 25 wins. So definitely doing better than 50%, but only survived 14 of them. And the ship that has the most hit points. 4,794 shots fired, 1,800 of them hit, so roughly in the same area. That's actually high 40s, or in the 40s for a hit rate, I believe. Max XP is 3,000 base. Scouting damage 700, or the max scouting damage 74,000, and then the total aggro on my my gross occur first is almost 3 million, 2.99 we'll call it because it would round up. So 2.99 million potential damage against me. So, hopefully you guys like this. I know it's a different one. I know it's a bit dry, but if you're into stats and you like to look this stuff up, hopefully this helps you figure out how you can get your stats on World of Warships Legends and just kind of sort through things and how to, like, do all the things. So, if you like what I'm doing, punch the like button, leave a comment below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, I will see you in the next video.